Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I am Taylor. Today I'm going to be doing a cook and clean with me. I wanted to get one more video up before the end of the month. Today is Monday for me, but y'all are seeing this hopefully on Thursday if I get it done. And Andy, my husband, is going to have a little vacation from Wednesday through next Wednesday. So I wanted to try to get one more video up before the end of the month and before he's on vacation. Like, I can just have this edited and ready to go for you guys. So today I am going to clean the kitchen. I've got some laundry I want to fold, and the living room's not that bad. I really need to do dishes from breakfast and lunch and just kind of pick up. It's kind of a mess in here. And then I wanted to make some like freezer breakfast burritos. I always prep his breakfasts and have them in the freezer. He only has one more day of work, but I don't have anything left in the freezer, so I needed to make something for tomorrow, and I just wanted to go ahead and just make a big batch. So I'm going to make freezer breakfast burritos, and then I'm also going to make a apple pie calzone. Hopefully it turns out. I've got a pie crust that I just wanted to use up, and I have a can of fried apples that I bought just like as an impulse, and I wanted to use those, so I'm going to make a little apple pie calzone kind of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on some music and get to cooking. I'll show you what I'm gonna use for the burritos and get everything going. Okay, I'm hoping I will be able to use this whole package of tortillas and get 10 breakfast burritos. That would be great. And then when he goes back to work, I won't have to worry about breakfast for a while. I've got 1 pound of pork sausage. This is from Aldi. Hoping that it goes well. I haven't bought their sausage in well over like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. I didn't like it previously, but I know a lot of people do like it, so I'm giving it a shot again. Maybe just the times that I had it, we just had like a bad batch. I don't know, but we're gonna give that a shot. I've got some eggs. I got 8 eggs in there. Yep, and some cheddar cheese and some salsa. So I have heated up my cast iron pan. Gonna go ahead and get that sausage browned. While the sausage was browning, I went ahead and whisked together my eggs. Then I was also able to go ahead and get the dishwasher unloaded while that meat was still cooking. And if you're wondering what I was listening to, I was listening to that Grinding in a Sweaty High School Cafeteria playlist again from Spotify. I will leave it linked down below. It's like a hip-hop rap playlist of music from like when I was in high school. I graduated in 2009, so it's around like that time. And I really enjoy it, so that's what I'm listening to. when the sausage was done cooking, I went ahead and removed some of that grease because I didn't want too much grease when I was cooking my eggs. And I used my little turkey baster to remove it, and I used that tip thanks to some of you guys when I did have to remove some sausage grease before. No, maybe it was like when I was frying chicken. I can't remember. Somebody recommended me doing this instead of spooning out all the grease, and it definitely worked way better. So once I had that all out, I pushed my sausage to one side and I poured in my eggs that I had whisked together, and I seasoned those with a little bit of salt and some pepper and just let those cook up. And once it started to be mostly cooked, I mixed it in with the sausage. Once that was all mixed together and cooked up, I added in a bunch of salsa. I turned off the heat and then I ended up removing it from the heat and just got all that salsa mixed in there. And a little update on the sausage. I do think I like the Aldi brand now. As soon as I opened the package, I could tell a difference. The old one just had a smell, as soon as you cut it open, you could tell that there was a spice in there that was just really strong and I didn't like. And I noticed when I opened this package, it did not have that smell. And then I stole a bite. I took a bite of it and it tasted good. So I think we are in the clear. I think we like Aldi's sausage now. Since I'm making these into burritos, I wanted my tortillas to be kind of bendable. So I went ahead and heated them up in the microwave. And I just put them on top of a damp paper towel and then covered them with another damp paper towel and microwaved them for 45 seconds. Then I assembled all of my burritos. I started by adding some cheese somewhat to the middle of the tortilla, and then I spooned on some of my sausage and egg mixture, and then I rolled up my burritos. I rolled one side over and then fold the ends in and roll the other side over. It's kind of hard to explain, I tried to show you as best as I could in the video. So once the burritos were done, I wrapped them up in some parchment paper. This way Andy can just pull them from the freezer or fridge and heat them up in the microwave. He doesn't have to unwrap, like foil it or something, because the parchment paper can go directly into the microwave. And I decided that I could actually roll up 2 burritos for each sheet of parchment. And so I ended up cutting a bunch of it in half and using that. That way I didn't like have too much parchment paper on each burrito. Okay, now I am going to make the apple pie calzone thing. I did find a recipe for this online. I think it's from Better Homes and Gardens. I will leave it linked down below. I just pretty much looked at the recipe to see how long it said to bake it. The one that I saw has you like make your own apple mixture from fresh apples. I'm obviously not doing that because I have these fried apples from Aldi. You could probably just buy like apple pie filling too, but I had these, so I wanted to use these. And I laid out my pie crust and preheated my oven to 375. This is gonna bake for 25 minutes is what it says. So I'm just gonna dump this on half of it, close it up, seal it. It says to brush it with some milk and to sprinkle it with sugar. Instead of sugar, I'm going to use a cinnamon and sugar mixture. This says pumpkin pie spice, but I just reused the container, and this is just cinnamon and sugar. So it should be that easy to do. Maybe I should have drained this. I'm going to drain some of the liquid because that looks like way too much liquid. Okay, and then it said to wet around the edge so that it'll seal properly, I guess. Definitely, if you use those fried apples like me, make sure you drain more of the liquid because there's definitely too much liquid. I'm going to use a paper towel and try to get some of that up so it doesn't burn. Now I'm just going to go around the edge with a fork and kind of seal it. And then I'm going to also cut a couple slits in the top of it, brush it with the milk, sprinkle it with the cinnamon and sugar, and then pop it in the oven. While that was baking in the oven, I went ahead and got the kitchen cleaned up. I got everything put in the sink, and then I got the dishes loaded into the dishwasher. I always get questions on how I clean my cast iron. I do not use soap. I use hot water, and then I have this little scraper that I use to scrape off most of the bigger bits. And then sometimes I will go in with salt. I find that salt really helps get a good scrub, especially if you cooked like eggs, which I did cook. So I use some salt and kind of scrub that around with my hand. And then I also use my little scrub brush and I make sure I rinse it off, make sure it doesn't have any soap on it before I use it on my cast iron. And then I rinse this off really, really well with hot water. And then I dry it really, really well with a towel. And then I rub it down with some vegetable oil. I know some people heat up their pan once they rub it down with oil, or before they rub it down with oil to make sure that it's all the way dry. I don't do that. I know that it's dry. I've never had any problems with not heating it up, and I use it like every single day. Then I moved on to the living room. I just picked up a little bit, fixed the pillows, and then I had this one load of laundry that needed to be folded. The day before, I actually got caught up on all of the laundry except for this one load was still in the dryer. And so I'm trying to stay caught up. I know it won't last, but I'm trying to stay on it. So I got this load of laundry folded. And I still had a few more minutes till that apple pie calzone was done. So I picked up the kitchen a little bit, well, the other side of the kitchen, like the homeschool area and the dining room table, and I got the dining room table wiped down. And here is the apple pie calzone. It turned out so good. We really liked this. We served it warm with a scoop of ice cream and it was delicious. Highly recommend trying that out. And here is everything cleaned up. We got clean dining room, clean kitchen, and clean living room. That is going to do it for this cook and clean with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you leave me a thumbs up below and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.